Tony Cragg stands out as one of the leading sculptors of our time. His oeuvre testifies to a method of working in which he constantly negotiates with questions of the figural by revisiting and further developing sculptural solutions to representation. Cragg is engaged in an intensive investigation of the associative potential of sculpture and the intuitive and emotional response to form and material. Layering and stacking materials is a sculptural principle that Tony Cragg has been exploring since the 1970s, in works like Stack, for example, which is in the collection at Tate Britain. The new bronze cast impressively demonstrates the progress of this principle and stretches the thematic arc further. Here, facial profiles are layered and fanned out. The sculpture is reminiscent of geological formations and appears to push against gravity with powerful force. Duplication, nesting, and scaling are methods that Cragg masterfully combines in ever-new ways in various groups of works. In the seemingly surreal sculpture Manipulations, splayed hands branch out into fingertips of floret-like forms in a kind of process of exponential growth or multiplication within itself. A citation to the creative hand of the artist who sees sculpture as creating new forms and structures within our complex living world. For Tony Cragg, form and material are two equally important aspects of a sculpture. The work Masks is made of plywood manufactured for the artist from bog oak. It exploits the industrial compression of the material to create a horizontal linear striation on the surface and brings to mind the energetic cross-hatchings in Cragg's drawings. The soft striation emphasizes the mellifluous form of the sculpture itself. In another work titled Quadruped, Tony Cragg's inspiration comes from the budding plume of sizable volume emitted by 4 large cooling towers of a power plant that he can see in the distance while driving from his hometown Wuppertal to Düsseldorf. It's typical of Tony Cragg's work that a sculpture results from a combination of various things transformed into the creation of a new form. Tony Cragg examines the principles of different areas of life, from nature, technology, civilization, and art for their underlying elements and structures. His work's continuity and validity relate to fundamental questions about the relationship between body, matter, object, and space, something which Cragg has been dealing with constantly for decades. As the artist has himself stated, making sculpture involves not only changing the form and meaning of the material, but also oneself. And one might also ask how much our observation of reality affects this reality.